All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Rod Richardson. I'm excited for this opportunity to discuss with you a little bit about the opportunity that we have available. One, as a team, and secondly, for you and for your life. So I'm going to attempt to share the screen here and see if we can't get this launched up so you can see it. So the information that I'm going to present to you is I'm going to cover the company doTERRA. So just a little bit first about me. I'm Alan Richardson, and some of the highlights of myself. I'm a Blue Diamond Wellness Advocate with doTERRA, and I'm currently a multi-six-figure income earner with 25 million in annual team volume. Of course, that grows drastically year by year. And we're currently, after 7 years, running at about 54,000 plus team members on our team of Veg Team International. And we have teams in every U.S. state and 30 foreign markets. And a big part of what we're doing here is lifting and liberating the world. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about what we mean about that, but that's the ultimate quest, is lifting others and creating liberation with all the things that we're creating through this amazing opportunity. All right, so let's get started. If you want to be able to connect with me, you can do so through Facebook at www.connectwithrod.com. And I'd be glad to interact with you there. So, what is the big problem in the universe? What is there that needs to be solved? What is a dramatic thing that's occurring in the world right now that we may be able to do something about? Okay, and so this is the problem. We have sedentary lifestyles. We're declining in our health. It's probably I've heard reports saying that it's the first generation that's rising up now isn't expected to live longer than their parents. So obviously this is a huge problem, and there's more to it than just poor lifestyle choices as well. It's the effect that those poor lifestyle choices have on people. So, for example, an unhealthy lifestyle currently, according to this report, is the leading cause of death in the United States. And that's kind of alarming. But even if you look at the issue even deeper than that, so take a look at this statistic. This report here has indicated that approximately 100,000 Americans die each year from prescription drugs. So if you think about this, poor lifestyle is leading to degrading health. It's become the #1 leading cause of death, which is driving people towards medications, which of course is another major cause of death. And I'm not sure that's entirely necessary. So here's the other impact that happens because of this. In 2014, over 17% of the entire U.S. economy was spent on healthcare. Now that's a lot of money. I'd heard at one point statistically that was like $1 out of every $6 generated in the United States is going towards healthcare. So obviously this problem is enormous, and there's no limit to where a solution could go with this. So in that term, our time is provided one of the greatest opportunities the world has ever known. There's never been a greater time to lead people, or to be an emissary for healthy lifestyles and creating a sense of purpose in the world, where you actually put yourself in a position where you know that your life really matters, especially to other people. And so that brings up a question: what is your purpose? As you go throughout life, do you feel like you have a specific drawing, or that your life has meaning, or that the things that you're doing in the world are actually creating a legacy for you? Are when you get up and do your work in the morning, do you go to bed at night thinking, wow, I really made the difference. I made a difference in somebody else's life. And that's ultimately that's ultimately where I'm at, and why I'm so excited to be able to share these things with you, because of the intense sense of purpose that I've been able to create in my life. In fact, I remember driving down the road one time and feeling some words come into my mind and heart that was simply lift my children. And when I contemplated that, I wasn't sure what that meant exactly. And then I heard that voice again, and it said, lift my children. And then I suddenly had come into my mind all of these people that are in different circumstances throughout their life, whether they're hurting in different degrees, and people that I've counseled with and assisted and helped with depression issues, suicide issues, all kinds of things, unemployment issues, marriage issues, and I had this flood of pictures of people coming through my mind, and I kind of understood what that meant. And then that voice came one other time to me shortly, all in the short time frame, lift my children. And so I've kind of taken that on as a personal quest of mine, is to lift other people and inspire others to do the same. And so what is your purpose as you contemplate that, and is what you're doing now filling you with a sense of meaning and purpose in your life? And as you think about this, what if you could be part of the solution to the great problem? If you're looking or searching for a purpose to your world, what if you could be a major factor in lifting other people and bringing people out of that danger zone of an unhealthy lifestyle, and perhaps providing them with some alternatives that maybe they won't have to ever or drastically limit their uses of having to use medical care even to begin with. And so in 2008, a company by the name of doTERRA rose, and doTERRA, of course, is my business partner. It's my mothership. So I'm an independent distributor for doTERRA. And so this company rose up, and it was these individuals that stepped forward. Three of them initially started the company. They had run another essential oil network marketing company before to great success, had left that company, and then had ultimately asked the question, what if we could provide the world people with the world's best essential oils and bridge that gap between Eastern and Western medicine and all the modalities that are available? And they knew that could be possible by understanding the power of essential oils and what they had to offer to the world, but recognizing that the world wasn't necessarily ready for that. And so the doTERRA has made a huge investment in bringing enlightenment to the Western world as well, currently with 144 hospital relationships and different things like that, to explore the power and verify the validity of essential oils and their impact on health. And so if you're not familiar with what essential oils are, they're extracts from plants. Okay? So they're the compounds found in plants that protect the plant. We steam distill them. Sometimes they're cold press. There's different types of distillation methods that pull those compounds out, and it forms an amazing substance. I mean, these are the same substances that the plant uses to protect itself against threats that exist to it. So there's three ways that you can use essential oils. One of them is aromatic. That means that you can breathe the vapor in. Oftentimes using a little tool called a diffuser. You can also put them in your hands and inhale that way. Another common use for essential oils is topical, and that's where you put them on the body. And then finally, if the oil is pure enough, you don't want to do this with all oils, but if you have verified pure essential oils, then internal use can be a very effective modality or application of the essential oil as well. What makes doTERRA different, of course, is how they handle the oils. And so they've created a testing process or a standard called CPTG. And now most of the world's essential oils are synthetically created. And they go to the perfume industry, they go to the flavoring market, and then a chunk of the natural product goes into food flavorings. In other words, you eat it. And then there's a small portion that's actually produced and managed correctly, grown correctly under specific standards that would have a therapeutic benefit to it. Okay, and then doTERRA has taken that standard even to a higher level, to a standard that they call CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And that means there's an extraordinary amount of consistency in the way that the product is handled. And I would say now that it's pretty unarguable that doTERRA is one of the top sources of essential oils in the world, or known worldwide for having top quality oils. This is the CPTG process, just to give you an idea of its complexity. It begins on site when the raw material is harvested. There's 6 different tests that the oil goes through, even before it enters doTERRA's bottling facilities. Once it comes there, there's a secondary validation that occurs. This helps understand if the growers have added any synthetics, or if there's any other contaminants or pesticides or different things that may have entered the oil, or that it had been exposed to in transit or anything like that. And then, of course, once it's bottled and labeled, there's a final, doTERRA runs it through another battery of tests again to make sure that even the machinery didn't create any impurity to the oil, and that the chemical profile of the oil is adequate to what it needs to be able to create a consistent health benefit for the body. And that's probably one of the most important points, is that the oil then becomes consistent because of the standard by which it's graded. And of course, that's made it very applicable for health professionals and people like that have wanted to rely or explore the potential of oils in that process. doTERRA invests millions and millions of dollars a year. Last count I heard, about $10 million a year is going into research in the company. There's like 24 PhDs on staff with its own science lab. There's 144 hospital relationships, which independent studies and research are occurring on the use and impact of essential oils on a variety of things that occur in the world. This is another aspect that makes doTERRA really unique, and that's its co-impact sourcing model. So that's how the oils are produced. So for example, the way that oils were produced before is that there was wholesalers, right? And so the growers are not organized in any sort of way. They grow to their own standards, farm by farm, and then there's layers of middlemen and things that bring that product to the market. That would be the normal process. And because most of those countries have very limited resources, a lot of times those people are put into positions where they're harvesting the plants incorrectly, prematurely, before there's actually a health benefit to it. And then verifying plant and oil quality, it could be subject to whatever the volatility or demand of the market is. And so the quality of that oil would vary in the normal market. So that's the way things that we're doing were being done in the past. And so enter the world with doTERRA in co-impact sourcing. doTERRA has gone into these areas and organized cooperatives, which create training, and they measure the soil and all kinds of cool things. And then they create an environment in which harvest practices are correct and done properly for that specific plant, so that they can offer sustainability into that farming practice. One for the farmer, and also for the plant and for the oil quality, which affects the customer as well. This has created an environment in which our oils have become highly consistent, and most importantly, the farms are getting fair economic value for the products that they produce. doTERRA couples that with Healing Hands Foundation, and they come into some of these countries and provide a lot of the community infrastructure, like schools, medical clinics, waterways, other things that help those communities sustain themselves without being subject to abject poverty in the process. This is an important factor. This is just kind of a screenshot. This is not all of our oils, but it kind of gives you an impact of where our oils are coming from. 30% of these oils are coming from underserved countries. In other words, third world countries. I just came where I understood that 40% of the oil produced is coming from economically deprived areas. And this makes co-impact sourcing, and then combined with Healing Hands Foundation for the production and sourcing of a pure and amazing product available to the consumer so vitally important. And it's actually changing the face of the essential oil world, and has created, of course, doTERRA, which is the largest essential oil company in the world now. Another reason why this is important is that payout to the farms. doTERRA pays those cooperative farmers about 4 times over what the wholesalers have paid in the past. And you can imagine what this is doing for the economy and for families in some of those underserved areas. In fact, in some countries, the poverty is so dramatic that the children leave the farms sometimes to go into the cities, and sometimes for work, and many times may find themselves in the human trafficking world, which doTERRA is also addressing through the Healing Hands Foundation by partnering with a company called a nonprofit organization called Operation Underground Railroad. And doTERRA Healing Hands and a lot of the work from our distributors is going to support that back end. So in the front end, we're providing economy so that families don't need to let their children go, that the farms now can actually provide viable livings and expansion capacity. Because doTERRA has the ability to offer something that has never been offered before in the combat against poverty. And that is, doTERRA has a viable market space for providing opportunities in those countries and allowing free enterprise to actually lift those people up and providing that viable market. And that has been the missing link. Lots of people can go in and provide loans or different things like that, and product can be produced. But if there's no market for it, then it doesn't actually raise the economy. And so doTERRA has been able to provide that link. And in this scenario, being nearly a $2 billion company now, has been able to actually raise and transform the economy in many countries and cities, and with thousands and thousands of families. And I could go on for a long time describing what that is. And it's just really profound. In fact, just go to YouTube and look up doTERRA co-impact sourcing and watch some of the videos on how co-impact sourcing is impacting the world and the contribution that your oil purchases make and doTERRA is making in the combat against abject poverty and providing the world with healing and health. So this is just a little shot of the co-impact sourcing and some of the areas in Nepal and Haiti and different places where some of our oils are sourced. And we're able to make an enormous impact in these communities, building schools and hospitals and waterways, and most importantly, providing an economic path. So this brings the question, can you see yourself teaching people about this? Can you teach others about natural wellness? Can you feel good about something that you're sharing is benefiting so many people back into that chain, those farms, people's lives? I know when I go to bed at night, I sleep amazingly well, and I wake up with extreme gratitude in my heart virtually every day because of what I get to do. And it's just, it's one of the most profound things that's happened in my life and in the life of my family. It's just really hard to describe what all this could mean to you and how it would transform your world. So this is kind of the crux of what we're trying to teach at doTERRA. This is doTERRA's wellness pyramid. And they've developed oil-infused products that service these different areas. So as wellness advocates, for example, we're encouraging people and providing them tools to eat correctly, get the most out of exercise, manage their stress and rest better, reduce toxic load in their world. Then we get into the upper part where we've got to start helping things. And there's informed self-care. This is the things that you can do for your body in your own home And then, of course, there's proactive medical care, which is, you know, your doctors and hospitals and things like that, where you're proactively working with professionals to maintain your health. But as you can see, there's an enormous amount that you can do for yourself that may dramatically reduce the cost on the top end of that pyramid, and maybe push that out into, you know, maintain or help you develop more excellent health for a longer sustained period of time. Now these are some of the products I pulled up to show you that I use on a daily basis that help with, like, eating right, for example, getting the nutritional components that your body needs. This is doTERRA's #1 selling product, and it's called Lifelong Vitality. It contains all the minerals and vitamins that your body needs, all food derived, no synthetics. It's fantastic. We have the E-omegas that, of course, assist with great circulation, heart, brain, mind function. It's infused with 9 different essential oils. And then there's Alpha CRS, which is a vitality complex that helps with cellular production inside your body. Basically, this product has made a profound impact in my personal life. It's one of the products that I use daily. You know, at one time I was feeling a little aching in my hands and things like that. And when I started taking, all that has gone away. I don't have that anymore. I've also noted, instead of having to take a nap in the afternoon, I've noticed that I've had really sustained, not spiky energy. I've had just sustained awakeness and alertness throughout the day. And I went off of this product for a while and had a lot of those things come back. And then I went back onto it, and a lot of those things went away. So it became pretty clear to me that this product was having fantastic impact. Now, doTERRA offers a 30-day money-back guarantee on this product, so you can actually use it, see if it makes an impact for your life. If it doesn't, they'd be glad to give you your money back. So it's a great space. This is another product I use. It's called TerraZyme. We're not getting enough digestive enzymes in our world, and this is a big part of processing food correctly. If your digestive system is working correctly, that helps sustain or maintain or improve health dramatically, you know, throughout your life. And another one that I add to that is a probiotic that doTERRA provides. It's PB Assist. It's a proprietary dual system, so it actually bypasses the gut and it creates a release, and then it actually deposits the physical probiotic into the intestinal tract, which is where it's needed. Most probiotics would be destroyed in the gut itself as soon as it's digested without this technology that doTERRA has. And then the other product that I take is DDR Prime, which is an oil-infused capsule that helps with the cellular reproduction, the rebirth, life, and corrections of those cells. DDR stands for damaged DNA repair. And of course, that helps the body maintain its healthy cellular growth process for as long as you can. We want to extend that out so that your body functions well. I've had some dramatic impact with all of these products, and I could say some stories here that wouldn't be appropriate to say on a live video, but just know that it's an amazing product. Okay, so doTERRA has products that assist with all of these categories. So the tools you have to share this message are immense. It's fantastic. Now, our team, for example, Edge Team International, we have a personal mission. And we'd love for you to be a part of it. One of those is we want to empower 3 million homes with essential oils, therapeutic essential oils, by the year 2025. We've already made a huge impact globally, worldwide. We have a great footprint, but we have lots of people that need to be helped and assisted, and we actually need you. We need as many people to answer the call of this mission as possible. Obviously, because the problem is way larger than a handful of us can handle. And basically, anyone that's willing to respond to the call in any degree, whether you can help sometime or part-time, or you have want to make it a mission for yourself, there's plenty of room long into the foreseeable future to be an emissary of this great message. And of course, there's billion households in the world, so even our 3 million home goal is not hardly a drop in the bucket compared to what needs to happen. So consider that. In that process, we intend on raising up 1,000 financially independent, great, and powerful leaders. Now That's a significant rank and commitment and process into the company, and in that category of people, of course, their lives are going to be dramatically different. And that's where we want you to play. We want you to be one of these financially independent, great and powerful leaders, because we have a purpose for all of this as well. And that is that ultimately we have a goal to lift and liberate the world. We have all this huge network that we've developed. We have all these great and powerful leaders that are rising up, and those leaders are getting more and more personal capital. And so I've realized, what can you do in the world if you have network, leadership, and capital? And I've realized that we're sitting on one of the greatest platforms the world has ever known to assemble network, to assemble great and powerful leaders, and to assemble that capital and direct it at the unsurmountable problems in the world. I take a group of people that are connected all over the world, that have honed their leadership skills and come to the table with substantial capital, like some of us are able to do even now. And we're able to target specific problems in the world and create solutions. And we have some great things that are starting up around the world in the cause of this mission. And we've only just begun. And I can tell you right now, the mission is so large. We need you. It's not a question. If you need purpose in your life, we have a home for you. The mission is just too way big. There's way too much suffering in the world. There's too many people praying for relief. There's too many people looking to feel better, to be better, to have opportunities. There's too much poverty, disease, misinformation, corruption. There's too many things in the world, and we need an army of great and powerful leaders to lead that cause. And again, I just can't say enough. We need you, okay? If you want to participate in this, we have a home for you, all right? So as part of our mission, you have the ability to earn, of course, free products, even if you're participating a little bit. And you have the ability to earn extra income, and that can be on any level. It can be a little bit, a supplemental check periodically. It could be a part-time income. It could be a wealth building strategy for retirement. It could be anything you want it to be, in any level that you participate. Even if you just shared with a couple of people, even if you just use the product yourself, you're assisting in the power of the mission that I've just communicated, because every bottle that is sold goes clear back through a chain and is assisting to alleviate poverty, and it's bringing education, training, opportunity to others. And so even a product user here can be fantastic. But if you want to be a product missionary, by gum, we need you, all right? And then ultimately, what our mission offers is a life where you get to live with purpose, you get to improve your health, and ultimately you get to exhaust your life changing the world and creating a positive impact in it. And that's what our team is about. All right. So you can join us. You can join us as a customer only, like I said, or you can earn an income as a wellness advocate. All right. So either way, you can enjoy the wholesale pricing, and that comes at a cost of only $35, right? So you can join us as a wholesale customer, or you can be a wellness advocate and receive lots of benefits that way for $35. It's like a Costco membership, right? And then you have the ability to purchase product at 25% off. It's so awesome. So you can join for the $35, or you can join for free by selecting one of the several products that doTERRA has to offer in the terms of a starter kit or an enrollment kit. Okay, and so I just picked 3 here. There's more that you can look at or explore with somebody that's brought you this opportunity. But here's one that, of course, is the entrepreneur's dream, and that's to start a franchise with $2,500. Can you imagine? So basically, for $2,500, you can get the diamond kit that has everything, and there's all kinds of benefits that come. The company gives you another 400 points of free product. The company puts you all the way top to its loyalty reward point scale. So you get it's about $800 off of the wholesale pricing. So it's by far the greatest value, especially if you want to be a wellness advocate. the greatest value. I calculated it. You save about $1,100 over the course of a year, starting with this kit, which, of course, if you're going to be in business, this starts you with almost everything that the company offers, which is a great thing to do. All right. Now, if that's out of your budget, of course, they have kind of a midline kit here called the Natural Solutions Kit. It's kind of a small cross-section of the company's variety of products, and you can start there at about $550. And if that's still out of your budget, now that's a great kit. It's probably one of the most popular ones. I haven't heard anybody complain about starting there. I've had lots and lots of people wish they started with a diamond kit, but sometimes we got to do what we got to do. And then, of course, you're just sticking your toe in the water. This is a nice little kit. I wouldn't go any lower than this. These are 15 ml bottles. It's a great cross selection of oils that you'd use for health maintenance in your home. And it comes with a diffuser. And the cost savings on that kit, the diffuser is basically free. But if you're starting below there, you can. But really, you're going to experience the benefits if you're getting into the kits that I'm showing you here in a big way. Because remember, I want you to change your life. I don't want you to just dabble and wonder about things. I want you to get in and experience. If I can do nothing more than provide an environment where you can feel better, well, that is great. Of course, it's even more awesome if you can become a part of our world and help raise you up as one of those great and powerful leaders and change your whole entire universe. That's even better. But hey, if you can just use the product, I'm excited to help you discover that as well. All right, so the benefits of membership. Here it is. You get wholesale pricing for a full year. It's 25% off retail. You have your own website for personal ordering. You have the ability to earn free product credits. So this is a program that's like frequent flyer miles. And if you participate with the loyalty reward program, you can earn a percentage of your wholesale purchases back in credits that you can redeem for free product. So being a member has enormous benefits to you in terms of how much free product can be available. doTERRA really bends over backwards to try to make this product really accessible and a part of your life so that they can help you make the changes in the improvements that you want to see in your world. Okay. All right. Part of the community, once you're a member, you're part of our community. We have ongoing and continuing education. There's lots of chances to learn more and more about essential oils and how to improve, even if it's just for your own family. You have the option to earn an income from referrals if you participate as a wellness advocate, for example. And again, if you start as a wholesale customer, you can upgrade to a wellness advocate at a later time if you decide that you want a different outcome from your doTERRA membership than just getting the product. Okay. All right. So if you choose to be a wellness advocate, there's basically 5 different ways you can earn an income. Okay. So 5 different income streams. We're talking to you as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs like to know how many income streams can I create. With doTERRA, you can create 5 income streams. Okay. First one is retail sales. And that's real simple. It's 25% between the wholesale and the retail value. So if you buy the product through your wholesale account, sell it at retail, you've made a 25% margin. Now, if somebody goes to your retail website, if you're a wellness advocate, you'll have a retail website. If they go there and buy an oil from you, there's a 25% margin there in the volume of the product they purchase. Okay, that's not the most dramatic. I will tell you that over my 7 years in doTERRA, I've only made a few $100s in retail sales. It's not a place to focus if you're really trying to create a residual aspect to your life. Okay, so it's bucket hauling money, but it is available. It is an income stream. All right, now the next one is called Fast Start Bonus, and basically this is a bonus that's paid weekly. You earn it during the first 60 days of each new person that you enroll. So if you enroll somebody today, 60 days, you'd earn on their purchases. And then if you enrolled somebody else a month from now, there'd be another 60 days, okay, on that person's orders. All right, so let's describe. In order to qualify for this course, you need to maintain a loyalty reward order of 100 PV or more. And we can explain all that to you. What that means. And basically, if you want to earn money, you're ordering 100 points of product in the month. Okay, and so here's how this works. If this was you, and you enrolled your friend Kim, then you would earn 20% of the volume that Kim orders. So if she orders 400 points, or 500 points, then you would earn $100. Okay. Now, if Kim talks to her friends, the Smiths, and the Smiths enroll, then Kim is going to earn the 20%, and you will earn 10%. Now, if the Smiths go, wow, this is the greatest product ever, and they share it with their friend, Tom, then you would earn 5% of Tom's orders for his 60 days in the business. Now, after 60 days, all these customers go into a different part of the compensation plan that you'll see here in the future. But this is the fast start. This is the now money now. This is how do I get my business generating right away. This is the fast start bonus. All right, now the next point of income is called the power of three. The power of three works like this. There's you, of course, and if you set up 3 fully active accounts, meaning a qualified account, which is 100 PV a month, if you have 3 of those accounts on your front line and the volume between you and your front line equals 600 points in volume, it's basically $1 a point, then the company will send you $50 every month that occurs. Now, if you help those 3 people construct that exact same thing, then you'll earn $250 a month. And if you do that to a 3rd generation, then the company will send you a $1,500 check. So if you think about that, $50 is half your product order. That's getting like half your products paid for. If you do it to that 3rd generation there, that's all of your product paid for. And that's even a little extra for gas and extra oil or different things like that. If you did that a 3rd time, that's basically a house payment. People have asked me if doTERRA has a car program, and I said, sure. It's called the Power of Three. You get it, you can buy any car you want. So, but doTERRA doesn't lock you in any crazy schemes or anything like that. It's just basically straightforward. Meet the requirement, the company will send the check every month that the requirement's met. I personally get the Power of Three bonus every single month. All right. Now, here is the main commission engine. This is called a unilevel commission structure. It pays 7 levels deep, starts at 2%, grows to 7% on the 7th level. Now, the reason the company's able to do this is because of the high retention rate. doTERRA, about 68% of all accounts ever opened still order annually. Over the last, what would we be, 9 years in business, and still 68% of all accounts open order at least annually. 65% of those accounts order regularly. And so that's, it creates an amazing scenario. Now, just to compare that, most companies that would have a unilevel oftentimes put the higher percentages on the top. So if we took the same scenario and just reversed it, you could see that there'd be a little higher payout on the top. Instead of getting $9, you'd get 31. But because of the retention rate and having the higher percentages on the bottom, that would generate, if everyone, the 3x3 structure, 7 levels, was ordering 150 points a month, that would generate about $32,000 a month in commission. Whereas if it was reversed, same volume, same people, same everything, it would only generate about $12,000. And so that really isn't very effective. But the reason companies do that is because they have a low retention rate. If you have a retention rate of 10% or less, which is most companies, then of course you want those higher percentages on the top to make some money before people leave the structure. In doTERRA, most of the people are staying. So this model becomes enormously beneficial to the builder over time. So that's just bad anyway. We just won't even look at that. Now, the 5th income stream is called the leadership bonus pools. And basically it looks like this. Every month the company takes now 7% of its entire global revenue and divides it between 6 different pools. And these pools go to benefit or create a share that you get as an actual leader. So if you're a wellness advocate and you've built a team and you're actively promoting the product to others and sharing that message, then you participate in the pool. Once you hit the rank of Premier, you get 1 share in 1% of the company along with Silvers. Once you become Silver, you'll enter, and that's called the Empowerment Pool. And then once you become Silver, you enter the Leadership Performance Pool. And as a Silver, you get 1 share. Once you hit Gold, which is the next rank, you get 5 shares. And then Platinum, you get 10 shares in that pool. And this shows the approximate earnings. These have been consistent. I've monitored them now for the last several years. And they've been consistent at this level, the 150, 750, 1500 for Platinums. This has been really consistent. Now, once you advance to Diamond, there's 3 Diamond ranks in the company. Then you get 1 share. And let me point this out on the slide. In this example, Premiers would earn an extra $190 a month every month that you hit Premier. This is great. Once you hit Silver, a Silver would get the 190 plus the share from the Leadership Performance Pool. So that's an additional $340 a month just from the pools on average. Now, again, these are approximations based on the number of people, but they've been reasonably consistent. Now, once you go Diamond, you exit those pools and you go into the Diamond Performance Pool. 1% of the entire company's revenue every month is dedicated to Diamond ranks. As a Diamond, you get 1 share. Blue Diamond, you get 2. Presidentials, you get 3 shares. And then, if that weren't enough, the company has created an additional 1% dedicated to each Diamond rank. And that's because once you go Diamond, you're a global influence on everyone's team despite your own. The company really encourages a culture of assisting others and looking at it as an entire family and not just a silo of your team. And this is a reward for that. I earn basically on what happens company-wide, worldwide, no matter where the product is sold. It goes into a pool, and I have a share of that every month. As a Diamond, that equates into about $4,000 a month extra. So if you Blue Diamond has been running consistently around $12,000. I've been a Blue Diamond now for 1.5 years, and it's pretty consistent across the board. There's some fluctuation on some months, but not much really. Presidential Diamonds, that's been running between $15,000 and $35,000 a month for a Presidential Diamond bonus share. So let me translate this. So if you're Diamond, the company is giving you $48,000 a year to share your gifts and talents with others, regardless of team. If you're a Blue Diamond, they're giving you $150,000 a year to basically be a company emissary to everybody and share your knowledge. If you're a Presidential Diamond, they're giving you like over $300,000 a year to basically be a Presidential Diamond, a leader to all, especially to your team, but essentially you have, a pretty healthy share of the company production. And it's just fantastic what this company does. There's been about 3 comp plans since I've joined shifts in the comp plan, and every single one of them have increased the commission. So, for example, the latest comp plan change was the addition of the Empowerment Pool, the payment to the Premier and Silvers, because the company wanted to boost up the income for that mid-rank in their most critical time in business building. Can you imagine being part of a company that does that? I watch company after company in other areas, of course, take things away from the field, but that has not been the case in this company for me. All right, now ranks, what do they look like and what are the average incomes? These are the 3 foundational ranks. There's a couple other little ranks before then. But basically, once you get 2,000 points in volume, you become an executive. And this is an important rank because if you can become an executive, you help others become executives, then it starts to create other ranks. Okay, so these are the foundations of all ranks. The next most important rank is elite, which is 3,000 points in volume. This would be monthly sales, $3,000 in monthly sales, basically. Okay, so you've created a team, no structure required, just 3,000 points in sales, and you become an elite. Now, once you get to $5,000 in sales, and you've helped 2 other teams achieve the rank of executive on 2 separate lines, then you become Premier. And these are foundational ranks, okay, and you'll see why. And these are the leadership ranks. So once you go from Premier, then you go to Silver, and Silver requires that you develop 3 elite teams. Average Silver in the company, and again, these incomes vary. This is the company's reported average. So there, remember, average means that half make more and half make less. Okay, so it's $2,200 average. I would say people start silver around $750 or so, and I have silvers in 1,000. But I also have silvers that make over 10 grand a month. So so it's really in a unilevel, you're paid on all the volume. It's not leg dependent like some other structures and things like that. You're paid on the volume, and as long as you're silver, you qualify for all of them. Right? Now, once you go gold, that means that you develop those teams into premiers. That means you've now created leaders, and this is where basically financial freedom starts to occur. Gold ranks, average now is reported at $4,700 a month. Again, I have silvers that are in the 15,000 range, and I have most are starting or hitting silver around $1,500 a month. Okay. Oops, let's go back here. Foundation, leadership. I did it again. Sorry. All right. Average platinums. This is when you start to get into the six figures. Means you've developed 3 silver leaders. And you can see where the foundational ranks are coming in. Once you hit diamond, diamonds are running about $17,000 a month, approximately. Blue diamonds around $37,000 a month. Presidentials averaging $110,000 a month. Now, if you achieve the rank of presidential, you can build it all again. You can enroll yourself on your front line, and you can go double presidential diamonds. So you can keep going as long as you want to go. Not that you want to do that, but you can. There's no limit. There's another aspect of the commission plan called dynamic compression, which means that you're paid on all monies that aren't paid, that aren't qualified for. All right, it's a great part. All right, now let's get started. So how do you get started? So first of all, the first choice that you make is you're choosing whether or not you want to be a wellness advocate or a wholesale customer. So a wholesale customer just means you have an account, you get all the benefits of membership, but you cannot earn a commission, but you still get the same discounts, you still have the loyalty reward options, but no ability to earn an income. And I realize that some people are in that space, they just want to be a customer, and that's great. You can start there, you can upgrade at any time. Or you can start as a wellness advocate, and that means you have the ability to share with somebody else, and you do have the opportunity to build a team and earn a check from the company. And that's called a wellness advocate. Either one is the same in terms of the financial starting points or investments. Okay, so the next thing you do is contact the person that referred you. So if a wellness advocate has shared this video with you, please talk to that person. And of course, if you come in through my channels and you were looking to join me, then of course that's where it is. But if somebody has brought you to this table, talk to them. There's room for all in the company, and there's the ability for you to succeed where you are. All right, and so then there's a $35 fee, or you can select the kits and join for free. Okay, either as a customer or a wellness advocate, either or, you can. It's $35, or you can join for free. So if you have a question about what's been presented, you can email me at rod.edgeteam@gmail.com, or you can connect with me through Facebook at www.connectwithrod.com. That'll drop you right on my Facebook page where you can interact with me there or follow along. So I hope you appreciated this presentation. I hope you felt the passion of what we have to offer you. And by all means, I cannot emphasize enough, the problem is big. It is larger than our current team can even scratch the surface of. And so if you felt a tug at all at the mission that we're driving at, please, by all means, join us, even if it's just to use the product, because that provides a benefit in itself. Be a part of our community. And if you want to raise up leadership skill and improve your world that way and strive for financial self-reliance and be part of our greater mission of actually raising up great and powerful leaders to lift and liberate the world by using network, leadership, and capital to target the problems of the world, then join us. Join us as a wellness advocate and let us change your life. Thanks you all. We'll talk to you soon.